Good afternoon, everybody. We are finally playing this. I was on the fence about it. I was not sure if it would be something that I would play or enjoy. This is the first 3D Zelda that I've bought ever since the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time. Usually because 3D Zeldas weren't really my thing. But this game just looks so fun. Like the crafting, the weird mechanical stuff you can do. And I have to admit, Vinny is the reason why I bought this. I've enjoyed his series so much with him goofing off, getting his butt kicked, and generally just, Vinny is good gamer. um so yeah, I just wanted to try it myself and see how well I did. Um, I don't know if this is going to be a full playthrough. I don't know just how much I'm going to do on stream. Um, but let's jump right in. Today, I admit I'm a little bit late, so I'm sorry. I mean, um, I wanted to start at 2 p.m. as usual, but what do you do? Get my Switch projector over here. This is the opening cutscene. I've already seen it, but, Whoa!
This strange gloom keeps getting thicker. We've been descending for a while now. These tunnels are deeper than I thought. What could be down here?
Okay, then. Oh, okay, so there is no, title screen. This is literally the game. Okay, so hold on. Well, she said it. Did you not hear it? I heard it. Why didn't you hear it? I wonder if there's a way that I can go back and see if it worked. Dang it. I'm sorry, Jarrett. I don't know. I mean, I heard the text-to-speech. Also, oh boy. And I heard the fart, too. What? What is going on, then? Are you even hearing noises from the... What is going on? Sorry, people that are here. Hello, welcome. I, apparently am having some alert box issues. Bear with me, please. Where's the audio settings? Streamlabs handles things so differently. Because I'm hearing the noise. There was a honk. Did you hear the honk? Ah! Monitor out. Okay. I have it on monitor and output now. Hold on, let's see. Fuck, I have to do a different noise. Hold on. What about oof? Okay, that was the issue. Oh my god. So...
Lucario, Lucario, L, is a Pokemon species in Nintendo and Game Freak's Pokemon franchise. Created by Ken Sugimori, Lucario first appeared as a central character in the film Pokemon, Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, then a cameo in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Blue Rescue Team and Red Rescue Team.
That work? That should have worked now. Okay. So. We're back. Sorry for the new viewers who are popping in and expecting Zelda. I'm just gonna go ahead and say I did not play Breath of the Wild. But that's okay. This game is pretty much its own thing.
People have been falling ill after coming into contact with the gloom.
The Fitness
drifting
Gram
through these
Pacer test
caverns.
is a multi-stage aerobic capacity
Though here
test
it
that
seems
progressively
almost
gets more
misty
difficult as
and
it
not
continues.
concentrated enough to harm
The
us.
20-meter pacer
Okay,
test will
okay.
begin in 30 seconds.
keep going.
Line up at the start.
Is it coming
The
up
running
from
speed.
beneath Hyrule Castle? We do not know what waits below, so we need to be ready for anything. But I know I'll be okay with you, Link. Let's go solve this mystery.
Let's wait until this cutscene's over, please.
Huh?
Trying to hurry. I read kind of fast, I'm sorry. Maybe I should read. It'll slow me down. Oh, okay, wise attack. Link, look here. Hurry up, Zelda. Wait, something's written here. Might these ruins be from the Zonai? Yep. So, admittedly, a portion of this game has been spoiled for me. Because I love Vignette, and his playthrough has been very funny. I'm sure there are Zonai and Origin. I've seen designs like this in my studies. Zonai is said to have lived long ago in the time of earliest legend. They possessed godlike powers and had a prosperous civilization in the sky. Many history books tell us about the Zonai, but none gives us the full picture. Much is still unknown about them. Yep, uh-huh. Is this what the Zonai look like? They seem so different than us and such large ears. How did the ruins from a civilization in the sky end up here beneath the castle? Looks like the path goes deeper. Let's continue. Yeah, combat. Okay.
You're not hurt, are you, Link?
Nope. This man took on the end of the world, and you think a few bats are gonna hurt him?
Look at these murals. The written histories of the royal family include stories of a great war fought long ago. It was a conflict between allied tribes and someone only ever referred to as the Demon King. Is it possible? Do these murals depict the same legend?
I still have to wonder where this takes place in the timeline.
This is similar to the statues we saw earlier. A Zonai. And these figures look like Hylians. This depiction certainly suggests that the Zonai descended from the heavens. It is said that my ancestors, the first of Hyrule's royal family, were born from a union with gods who had descended from the heavens. These murals tell a similar story, and if they are accurate, then the gods mentioned were the Zonai. They must have forged a relationship with the Hylians of that time, working together to establish the Kingdom of Hyrule. This figure, he seems to be stealing something of incredible power from the young kingdom.
Foreshadowing.
It aligns with what I've read during my studies. And then this. It shows the Demon King. And a fierce battle against him. If the creature depicted here really does represent the Demon King, then... Oh. Incredible! This mural must be the Great War recorded in the royal histories. This is the imprisoning war, and the events that led up to it. Link! This is a huge discovery!
Okay.
All right then. Now to use this invention of Pura's. I'm glad I didn't leave it behind. It's so easy to record. You point it and click. Oh. Oh, it looks like the rest of the murals are obscured. Oh. Just what is this place? Maybe we'll find more answers farther ahead. Link, let's keep moving deeper.
Sorry, I'm not saying much. I didn't want to interrupt the dialogue. Master Sword is just like, yeah, there's a lot of shit up in here. You need to be careful. And then it's like, la 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 la, run down this big corridor full of red. sword just about to, like, explode with energy from all the... Is the game too loud? Feels like it is. Not yet.
What is that?
You really shouldn't touch that.
Was that the sword that seals the darkness? The blade that shatters so easily against my power cannot save you from me. Zelda. You who carries that fragile sword. A link. Raru placed his faith in you. And that was all you could do.
How do you know our names?
Thank you, Mocha. That's a lot of red. I don't know. I wish I had more to say, but really, like, I've seen this cutscene through Vinny, and oh, that's the pain of watching people play the game. But yeah, this is a wild cutscene. Everyone thought Zelda died or something. Okay. The alert box has been unmuted. Just wanted to get past that cutscene in case people hadn't saw it. And I didn't want to say anything because, you know. Though I still have questions. Like, yeah, there's still parts of the game that is completely unknown to me, but I just wanted to explore, do things, have a thing to do. I wanted to play something new, so. The real question is, how long was Link asleep?
Link, finally you wake.
So, you were trying to cross the border, right?
I've heard a great deal about you from Zelda. Your wounds were severe. I am relieved to see you escape death. Your arm, however, was beyond saving. I had to replace it, lest the injury endanger you further.
Or Master Sword. Yeah, we figured that out. Okay. So how's everybody's day doing? X, okay. That's wild. Wait, what? Hold on. Okay, B is dash on the ground, but it's dash... X is dash on... in the water? Will prevent you from taking fall damage. Sure will. Pants. If it didn't zoom out so far, you could also put this like as like some kind of meme from that one God of War cutscene where he just falls. He's like, "Eee!" All right, here we go. Yeah, literally. More like my everything. Okay. Yeah, wow. The Master Sword is weaker than a tree branch. But at least it won't break. Oh. Well, about that. What? Okay, it just told me the controls. Oh, it was... thing. It's like 3 or 4 seconds. Still a lot faster than YouTube.
Yeah, you done fucked up there, didn't ya, smartass?
So, I need to figure out how to, lock on to enemies or something. I don't even know if that's possible. It'll probably tell me. No map or anything yet. Hmm. Yeah, that's the one thing Vinny hasn't done, so I probably should go do that first, because why not? But at the same time, I gotta figure out where it is. At least on the part of the playthrough I'm at. Link, I have waited for you. Princess Zelda has left something for you in my care. This is the Pad. I am told it is an invaluable tool to provide you with direction. Yeah, I know how you got that too. I'm spoiled! Sorry. Just gonna... Wow, that's a cool little device.
The constructs are just ancient protogens.
Yeah. My records indicate that Princess Zelda is waiting at the location marked on its map. My message has been... my message has been delivered. We stand in the Garden of Time. The Temple of Time is visible from here. It was used in the distant past. Many rites and ceremonies of the kingdom were held there. But no more. Now it is a lonely place. No one visits. Like magic. Oh, that's not... Well, it worked, but that's not what I wanted to do. Jump. Okay. There we go. Ow! Just punched my desk. Hello, you seem to be new here. Be wary of soldier constructs as you travel this way. I'll keep an eye out. My concern may be excessive, but I have one piece of advice to offer you. It is crucial to maintain your proper distance and target your opponents. Swinging haphazardly will not yield results. Okay, ZL. Got it. Oh, but please do not actually attack. So you can target me if you want. Yeah, getting used to this game is going to take a minute. Okay. We have branch, stronger branch, branch, and stronger branch. Electric boogaloo. Howdy-oop. Frog. I like his eyes. They're goofy. This is so disorienting. Why is dash X for aquatic, like aquatic travel? Should have been B, like it is for the ground. Bird. Oh, can't actually cut that. Don't think I can eat the frog yet. Whoa, whoa. Can I push this? I can. I'm gonna push. No! Where are you going? Alright, they totally moved on. Dang, I can see why Vinny up. I need to stop mentioning him. I love him, but yeah. I know why people upgrade stamina first. Ingredients. Were you lured by the special smell? I assume so. Ingredients are especially fragrant when roasted by fire. They may also be tastier and more nutritious. I would not know. You're roasting them. Oh, you're unfamiliar to me. I apologize. Among my tasks is to explain anything that first-time visitors might require knowledge of. You may have questions about this place. Please rest assured that a construct can answer them. I recall that your question was about roasting food. I roast ingredients by placing them beside the fire. I do not eat, but I am given to understand that it improves taste. I can't read today, y'all. Just throwing that out there. My eyes do not cooperate with my mouth. Our creators roasted ingredients in order to enhance their nutritional value. Do you have ingredients? I invite you to use this fire to roast them. Ah! Ah! Behold. Stick 2. Okay. Stick 4. Ow. Get up. Ah, you're still here. Don't poke me. Hold on. I'm trying to evaluate the situation here. Stop. I don't have a shield or anything to protect myself. I'm gonna take damage by engaging with him. There we go. Get out of here. It just about caught on fire. Ah, whoa. Okay, there's motion control. That's weird. Really? I was trying to figure out how to throw it, and me just holding it like that was enough. Okay, Wow, did not Where's the apples? Okay. Oh, okay. Still learning the controls. Link, the fire, dude. Trying to aim towards the fire. There. Still. Link. What? Thank you. Ay, ay, ay. Don't put myself on fire. Again, go faster is X. Oh, God. Come on. Ah, that's how you do that. Gotcha. Hey, an actual metal sword. Wait. Give me that. I guess I'll find her later. Now I get to meet Goat Man. Oh, like it had a lot of force.
That
He was
door
like, ah.
will open only to those with sufficient power. I'm sorry. I did not intend to startle you. It was I that spoke to you earlier. That arm originally belonged to me. I am Raru. Forgive me for
Oh
appearing
no,
to you
he's
in this
hot.
manner. Unfortunately, I no longer have a physical form. In any case, that arm should allow you to open this door. It seems to have lost the power to do so. You might be able to restore it, but you would need to enter a place filled with sacred light. Ah, of course. Why not visit the shrines on this island? The shrines. Yes, I'm sure they are the key.
You're sure, huh? Not like you, made them or anything? Who am I to say that he didn't know, like, remember that? Wait, what? Why is the marker still here? Okay. Wait. I might need the Ultra Head to get to that one. Do I? What? Okay. Oh my lord. Hey. Yep, I'm gonna need the Ultra Hand for this one. Sweet. See, where the other... Where's the... Oop. Get up. Okay, so... The fact that none of these are marked is kind of annoying, but... Okay, so that's what they look like on the map. Got it. They're like little crescent moon thingies, since, they're not going to give me any markers for this. Oh, so... Stuff and things. Alright. Need something a little better to wear to go up there. Damn, am I just, like, blind? Where, like, what shrine should I hit first? there one up there? Well, I'm gonna be running around like a chicken until I figure out where the heck I'm supposed to get the first shrine. And of course. Lock on. You're a lock-on system. Do it. Why do I have to hold it? Yep, I keep hitting R1 to attack. Okay. I think I see a way. Unless there's a giant chasm between the two. Becoming nighttime, I need to get to bed before the zombies show up. Ha, I'm funny. Alright, I'm losing it. Like, okay, literally. Where... I can't float. Like, I can't glide or whatever. What shrine am I supposed to hit first? Unless I'm just supposed to go all the way around. The first hurdle, getting to a damn shrine. So I'm supposed to go to the one that's marked in that I marked red first. Okay, I gotta figure out how to get up there, though. Wait a minute. Just notice there's some fire fruits here. Spicy pepper, okay. Ah, okay. Supposed to eat that. Got it. Gives me cold resistance so I can hold on, go through the ice. Got it. kind of expected to figure that out. Wait a minute. Okay, never mind. Well, look at that. There's a cooking pot. Conveniently right there. Whoop. Oh god, you can cook a bug. Spicy fruit and mushroom mix. I better make another one. We will cook the frog. Goodbye, frog. Uh-oh. That didn't work. I can't drop it? Wait a minute. Let's just make one. Hold on. Hold. Hold. Cook. Yeah, that... Okay, the other one only added like 30 minutes. Or 30 seconds, whatever. Onward. Onward! It's only been an hour, and I'm barely out of the starting area. Wow, this game really does take a long time. Gotta go the long way, huh? Confirming raft and Zonai device operational status. Ah, pardon my rudeness. Do you require a raft? The ones by the riverbank are ready to use. The Zonai device also has been inspected. Yes, the green thing is called a Zonai device. That one I am inspecting is known as a fan. It activates when struck. This river is meltwater. Falling into it will quickly sap your stamina. For this reason, I maintain rafts to cross the other bank. I should mention that energy is essential for using Zonai device. You will need an energy cell if you want to use one. This is a problem. You do not seem to have an energy cell. It will be impossible for you to use any Zonai devices without an energy cell. Zonai devices are... Okay. I hit A by accident. Energy cells store the energy required to use the Zonai device. This energy will replenish automatically when the Zonai device is not in use. Be mindful of your energy reserves. It would be unfortunate to run out mid-use. Uh-huh. Bonk. The noise. Whatever. Okay. Don't do that. I tried to, like, rotate my stick around in a rapid fashion, and it about threw me off the boat. It's a good thing I made more food, because I'm already about out of that stuff. That resistance. Oh. Come on, Link. Rushroom. Cook it before eating it to temporarily increase your movement speed. Okay. Well, this is a bad idea. I can't climb the ice, so... Yeah, I figured that out by accident. Okay. That was the way? Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, no! That is not what I thought they meant by it saps your stamina. I thought they meant your actual stamina. It's like, oh, no. Well, all hope is lost. Link died in a pool. Now, when the game tells you it saps your stamina, what does that sound like? When there's a game that actually has a green stamina bar. It means it's gonna take my stamina, not my life. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Something ain't adding up. Where am I? I took the stairs. Okay, here it is. We're gonna run into that issue a lot. Where I'm like, I go the same exact direction and I'm somehow in a different spot and then I get lost. Nah. Yep, don't mind me, just using the full mileage of my food before I eat another thing. Okay, Link, this is life or death. Don't! Okay. Dude, get out of the water! You can climb sideways. Okay, there we go. Oh, that ain't good. Frosty friend, stay away. Uh-oh. I. Get out of here. Do I even have enough stamina to get up here? As long as I don't jump, probably. Oh look, it's got a little spot where you can stand for a moment. There we go. Man, they really did just kind of think of everything with that. Like, some of the level design, like... Maybe this is a shortcut, but... it's nice of them to put that there if people had the idea. I don't recall seeing people go that way. Gudenbach Shrine. Sounds like a German shrine. Gutenbach. Stretching because I want to. Okay. Hello again. It only took me an hour to get here. This is a shrine of light. Long ago, I filled these places with light that purges evil. I believe this light will restore an ability your right arm has lost. Now then, extend your hand. Oh. We don't get the Ultra Hand first, we get Ascend. Okay. Unless you travel through what's directly above you to ascend through it and emerge on top of it. You'll find it quite useful in all sorts of places and situations. Use Ascend and receive the blessing from this shrine. Otherwise known as clipping, my guy. I'm kidding. Okay. Whoa. Alright. Because Link knew exactly what to do. Damn it! That's not what I wanted to do! Just threw the freaking sword. Wait, game delay? Don't scare me like that. What's wrong? Wonderful. Give me a moment. Yep, there is a delay. Okay, hold on. Thank you for telling me that, Jarrett. I'm glad you caught it. Alright, so give me a moment to fix this. Ah, piece of crap. Hold on. So I'm having to, like, test this by watching my stream. Okay, I fixed it. Oh, thank you for telling me that, Jared. I would have been so upset if I found out later. Eh? Okay. Good thing I kept this sword on me. You know, that was actually an accidental L press, and it just happened to, happened to work out. Come on. Yeah, the sound delay should be fixed now, so let me know if it is. I had to deactivate and reactivate my capture card, which is just a quick ding dong and done. You've done well to reach this place. We offer this light that will cleanse you of evil. And it happens every time. Link is just baffled by half of this. He's like, what's going on? Message. My brother is messaging me because he wants to take me to dinner today. You did very well getting through that shrine, and you restored an ability. This is wonderful. If you visit and complete 2 more shrines, you should be able to open up the doors of the Temple of Time. You may want to mark the shrines in the distance with pins, then you'll never lose track of where they are. Yep. I'm freaking cold! Okay. That was the last thing I had. I mean, I see a shrine from here. Well, ain't no way I'm getting... Well, no, I'm not diving into that. Yeah. This might take me a little bit to even get off the tutorial island. Because you gotta walk all the way across the thing. You can't fly. I know I'm supposed to ascend right there, but I'm going over here. Flint. Okay. Stop trying to throw it. Hold on, I need a message, my brother. Just thinking. Food. Or whatever crosses your mind. That one. Wait, I don't know if I should suggest that we could go play billiards, but anyway. I'm going the wrong way. Am I? How peculiar that this is right here. Can I have a shirt, please? Oh. Well. Poor Link, look at his skin is all inflamed. Honestly, I would feel awful. Having to, like, actually, you know, warm your body up with spicy food. Why don't I have a shirt, like, by now? I must have blinded the chest that had that. Hello, gotcha machine manufacturer. My maintenance duties are complete for today. It's been another cycle with no visitors. Oh? This is a rarity. It is unusual for me to receive visitors here. I assume you will require Zonai devices to descend the mountain. Would you like to use the device dispenser? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. Construct horns and Zonai charges for processing. Okay. The altitude here is incredibly high. It's no easy task to descend the mountain. That's why I'm preparing a wing-type Zonai device. They are useful tool for making your descent. Zonai capsules are very convenient. They are a portable form of Zonai device that you can retrieve at any time. But I don't have the Ultra Hand yet. I suggest that you deposit resources in the device dispenser before proceeding. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna learn a bunch of new parts, so... It's just I don't have the Ultra Hand yet, so I can't move things. Oh. Boy, I hope these pants are enough. What are you doing sitting here? The Zelda devices were the pinnacle of technology. Our technology. We built an advanced civilization with them and flourished for many, many years. If you can master the use of Zonai devices, your quest will be much easier. Okay, so apparently the pants are enough. I'm sorry, y'all. I am a bit, you know, new to this whole thing. I gotta figure out where the other shrine is besides that one, because that one's gonna require the Ultra Hand. Or at least something. But I don't think I have much choice. I feel like I'm gonna go out there and just waste my time. Wait a minute. Come on, we can make it. Ah! Fuck. Ah! I was farther away from that than I expected. Oh, now that wing is gone. Well, shoot. Really? Link, push it. Yep. Go figure. Drive out. Brother still messaging me, sorry. Alright, let's try this again and not fail. Oh yeah, I'm getting a lot more distance now. Uh-oh. Oh. Whee! Huh. Run, run, run. Okay. Well, okay, well, I looked at my phone for like 1 second, and I just about perished. I thought that was the end of me. Who knew Link can jump? Yeah. Let's go. 3 hours later, Z gets off the tutorial island. Ugh. So you made it here, now extend your right hand. Give me your hand. Yay, I can control things. This is the Ultra Hand ability. It allows you to move objects freely and attach them to other objects. With it, you'll be able to build a great number of things. Really, anything you can imagine. Use Ultra Hand and receive the blessing from this shrine. Get used to hearing these noises a lot. That's wrong. Okay, so... What? Already. Okay, so you can still rotate Link with the right stick, but you're expected to extend your arm all the way, like your hand, over to the right stick in order to rotate. That's weird. Because, you know, you have to control the game a little strange. Okay. Drop. No. Look, Ma, I'm playing Blender. Okay, you have to press a different button to attach it. Perfect. Link. Do me a favor, buddy. Extend that arm just a bit. Please? Fine. So how do you make it? Oh. Alright. It's, up and down on the D-pad. Makes him move it farther away. And get an amber. Whee! No, that's not what Shake. Okay. All right. Yep. Why there? Link? Get on it! Okay. It's like, run away. Oh, okay. I was just curious what the plus button did after that point. And now we can get to the other one because I can do the Ultra Hand stuff. Notice how it peculiarly, like, it puts them, like, in eyesight after you get done with the other one. It's smart. Just kind of hanging out up here, huh? I say that they're still at work even now. We originally created the constructs to assist in our endeavors. All of us were fond of them. I never imagined they would continue carrying out their assigned tasks to this day. The fact that their labor no longer serves any purpose, yet they still perform it is disquieting to me. I mean, they're just doing their job. Get off. Hello, little droid. Pardon me, I was absorbed in my wood cutting. Are you here for wood cutting too? No, not really. Oh, I see. My apologies. There's an axe I no longer need over there. It's available to you if you wanted to do some wood cutting. Oh my, has it grown so late already? I must have failed to notice the time bell. I'll rest for today. And he just goes to sleep. It's kind of cute, honestly. Just slightly. Yep, I see what I need to do, but I was trying to figure out how, like... Really? Put you there. No. Nope. That's not gonna work. Okay, fine. That's what you wanted to do? Oh, okay. Whoops. Well, I guess I will have to use that dang axe now. Alright, let's try this again. Good frames. Up. Thank you. Stay. Stay. Come on. Okay. I'm pretty sure I was only supposed to use one log, but I didn't trust myself to stay balanced on that. So... I was being safe. I just about drowned. Boy, oh boy, it sure is fun to run this slow. Uh-oh. I don't think I'm making that. Okay. I see what you're asking of me. With the wind and the boat and the... Yep. Wow, that's water. Chop, chop, chop. Wait, I think I hear what they were talking about. Occasionally I hear what sounds like a bell. Okay, sure. Go ahead and do that. Fine. Please switch to a damn weapon. This is mine now. Get up! Get up! Goodbye. All that effort for nothing. And away it goes. I'm afraid to let it go. There we go. Jeez. The amount of things I have failed during this tutorial. You just thought it was so easy, didn't you? What is this shit even being held together by? Wait, what?
Ah.
So you made it here. Oh, fusion. That's right. This is the fuse ability. It allows you to fuse something nearby to your weapon or shield, thereby enhancing it. Mm-hmm. A claymore. Yep. And now here comes that part. Wait a minute. This makes no sense. Link is just running around with this giant boulder on his arm. Bonk. Uh-huh. Free stuff. Press and hold. Wait, ready, bow, press and hold. Okay. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Wait a minute, though. Like, how many keys are actually in the game? Because, like, I've rarely seen a key be required on someone's playthrough. Bonk. Bonk. Ugh! Oh my gosh. No! Ah! Wait, how much of this do I gotta redo? Wait. Okay, the door's already open. I don't need the key. Aha. There's always a secret chest in here. In the shrines. Okay. You know what? Let me just... Okay, how do you dodge? Okay. I died. Okay. I guess I can play this until my brother comes home, or comes to get me. Okay. So you restored some of that power to that arm of yours. The door to the Temple of Time should now open for you. Wait a minute. They did this on purpose. Okay, so at first, when I was watching, I noticed that they were having you do 3 things before the Temple of Time. Which kind of makes sense, because in about every Zelda game, like Ocarina of Time can you not? And A Link to the Past and stuff like that. You have to go do 3 dungeons or whatever. So, obviously, it's kind of a reference to older games. But something I noticed... Oh, wait, I can't teleport? Okay. Well, guess I'm walking my ass over there. But take note. Green, red, blue. Courage, power, wisdom. Y'all did that on purpose. Or whatever. I'm pretty sure courage is green. You needed all 3 gems in both of those, like Ocarina of Time and A Link to the Past, in order to get into the Temple of Time. The 3 pendants. I wasn't even bothering you guys when you came after me. Oh, come on, man. What the? How are you still alive, dude? Hey, Pokemon has its fair share of references. Oh, finally, some chest piece armor. I'm not... I'm not going into that. What are you doing here? The steward constructs were the first to be built. After that, we crafted others to suit different roles. Culinary makers, you'll find all sorts of them still active in this place. Some became so skilled with their specialities that they surpassed us. We began to learn from them instead. You should take time to talk to them. They can teach you many things you might not yet know. Okay. Okay. I mean... You're just gonna have me do it? They're broken. What shall we do? What? Ah, we may have needed these parts. There are more materials near the water available for you to use. Oh, okay. Get on there. That's not what I wanted. I don't even know if this is the way I'm supposed to go. I gotta get back over there. By any means necessary. So I guess so. Oh boy. Stem bulb. Okay. That's one way to do it. that's not how you do it. Strike it with a metallic weapon to generate a spark. Okay. Wait, I have fusion now. I need to start using this stuff. That didn't work at all. No. Pick it up. I could do that, but I have an idea. That's not it. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. I'm still failing the controls. How silly. Big stick! Okay. Nah, that ain't gonna work. Get up! Get up! Big bonk. Oh, dang. Something died. No, like, really, that's, like, burnt. They must have been very bad at doing fires. There we go. Big bonk. Oh. Yeah? You'll need light in order to proceed to the mining site ahead. Do you have any bright bloom seeds? Yes, I do. Rotor leaf. You would not otherwise be able to see anything if you did. Yep. Uh-huh. Are these rails? There are no rails. Okay, I gotta get used to this. Stop. I don't want to use the giant bright blooms. Ah, okay. Huh, no. That ain't gonna work. There's no rocks around here. Oh, here they are. No, you... I need to be careful, because hitting R1 to attack, for some reason, is in my brain. Booble? That's not what I wanted. Wait, you're not dead, bro. Yeah, for some reason, yeah, I guess it's Elden Ring that is causing my brain to malfunction. I don't even know if I should be here. Like, I just want to get to the Temple of Time and I'm freaking goofing off. No. Yes, hello, Mr. Construct Miner Forge Man. Yep. Processing. The Zonai technology is typically powered by charges. These occasionally solidify in a form known as crystallized charges. Converters, yeah. Thank you. Oh, okay, so I can't do anything with you until I've talked. Well. He's like, am I doing this right? I don't know. That sucks. There we go. Restless cricket. Alright. Bonk, bonk. Bonk, bonk. Okay. I need to do something, actually. Thank you. I don't like the motion controls. Oh, I can have these fans for free? Oh, I've not given permission to take those. Could be that you've forgotten it. No, I have some. Well, I mean, dang it. There we go. Touch. Okay. How convenient for you to be standing here. The time bell that sounds from the Temple of Time rings at a set time each morning and evening. Along with the constructs, we woke to the sound of the bell. When we heard it in the evening, we knew it was time to rest. It also played its part in our traditional ceremonies in a way. It was this place's beating heart. The sound of the temple and the sound of its bell stir fond memories in me. You know, oftentimes, that at that very moment, I was literally like, R1, 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 and I'm like, no, it's Y. I need to reach my friend. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. Hello. There's like at least 50 of you guys. When will you ever learn? Oops. Perfect. Come here, you little dingus. First of all, you need to explain to me how you got up here. Wait. Calm your horses. Hey, no. What the? Bye. Okay. Come here, cart. We ain't done. Really? Okay. So, gotta use the hooks again. The hooks! The hooks! They lure you in with their odd shape and their beguiling colors. And then before you know it, they get you. And they lift you higher and higher. They cook you, and then they eat you. Or worse. What could be worse than that, Mr. Krabs? Gift shops. I might have wanted to put that the other way. Okay. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm gonna have to fight that thing, ain't I? Well, I'm right here. No. I'm on the other side of the map. Mm. I'm never getting off this damn island. Do I even have enough stuff to fight that thing with? Probably not. I don't want to go through it. have an idea. So these platforms can be moved. I don't know if it'll get me all the way to the Temple of Time, but it might. Get up. Hang it. Don't. Need to get it a little bit more accurately here. Okay. Oh yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of power, do I? Sir? I mean you no harm? Just passing through. Yeah, that is much better. Ice fruit. Oh, it just barely grabbed. Oops. Ah, crap. Okay. Well, that sucks. Just lost my platform. Is there a limit to how much food you can have? Like, cooked food? I kind of find it a weird choice that the, yeah, only weapon inventory is limited. That's a weird... Just weird. Get up. Okay. Finally made it to the Temple of Time from across the map.
Zam bitch you stank.
Huh. Wait a minute. Sorry, just connecting some dots in my head. Recall. Recall. The ability to reverse the movement of an object through time. And Zelda has vanished as well. What you just saw, it's a mystery even to me. Perhaps it was some sort of echo, one that reflects her sheer will. That you've now been given this ability, no doubt it will prove important. Okay, L is stop. Okay.
Roru, I have decided that Zelda isn't the princess. You are.
Mm. Not quite. Uh-oh. You remain in a weakened state. You're not strong enough to open it. But there's one more shrine on this island. Maybe you can get another blessing. Ah! Yep. Can I have a glider yet? Can't remember when you get it. Ah. Okay. Oh, my freaking eye. My eyelid has been doing this weird spaz thing. My left eye. And it's like annoying because it's like twitching. Wait a minute. Hello, baby. Rubbing her head against me. Well, I thought I was being smart. Aha! Did you see that drift randomly? I let go of the stick and Link turned around. Yeah, that was my like dead zone or something on my controller being weird. Oh, okay, you just stopped there. Got it. So they make you make rafts, but yet there actually is a raft as an object. That's strange. Just be good, be good. Hello, doggy. You know, there's a lot of loading zones in this game, but at least they're pretty quick. Room of Awakening. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I know he takes like 100, so there's no way I can do that. Convenient. Yeah, that didn't work. Oh, crap. I was on the wrong side of the river. Put me at the edge of the rock, why don't you? What am I doing? I gotta go this way. Okay, thank you. Okay, good. I was like, grab onto something. God, stop barking. I gotta do this again. I like how there's not even an option to make it into stamina. Just soft block yourself. Good call, Nintendo. You have no choice but to get a heart container here because you would have thought, you know, locked yourself out otherwise.
Ah, good. I see you have managed to open the door. You haven't fully recovered yet, but that is to be expected. You are almost beyond saving. By visiting the shrines and receiving their blessings, you have mitigated some of the corruption's effects. Though our time together has been brief, I am so happy that we finally met. You are exactly as Zelda said. I've done everything I can for her. Now it is up to you.
Goodbye, Raru. I bet he don't even know what happened. Whoops. Oh boy. Gotta stop barking. I find it a little strange how the hilt ends in those really flat diamonds. Well, I just got goosebumps.
Link. Link. You must find me.
I know things I shouldn't, guys. It sucks.
This game is such an improvement over BOTW, though I am sad there's a big emphasis on crafting weapons, and not having both normal weapons and craft weapons. Though the story, it's beautiful.
Liquefied organs. I just want... Damn. You know what sucks? I may have to stop watching Vinny's playthrough now. Dazzle fruit. I mean, I've already been spoiled on one major thing. Like, I was really just playing it to have something to do. Like, be real. Well, I can just say it's because of Vinny that I bought the game. So... And with the help of my friend, because he gave me a gift card. Libby, leave him alone. Well, we're finally in Hyrule Field. After almost 3 hours. Really make you walk for it. No way. Link? Mr. Link? Is that really you? Where have you been? No one's seen you or Princess Zelda since you went under the castle to investigate the gloom. And that's when the castle rose into the air. Everyone's been so worried about the both of you. Purah has barely slept. She's been trying to figure out where you two went. At the moment, Purah should be in that building with the telescope. Please hurry now. Hurry there now. She'll want to know you're alright. Alright. Though realistically, I should probably end off soon. Because I told my brother I'd be available sometime around 6. And I need to actually get washed up. So we'll do this cutscene and then, okay. Hi. I might play this more at like midnight. Or somewhere around that time. Maybe not today, but tomorrow.
What?
After I get home from work.
Oh.
The swordsman is returned. Okay. I do like how much of a hurry she was to get.
Now where have you been? Linky, you're not a ghost, are you? Hey. That looks interesting. Phew. One step at a time. What exactly happened? So when you and Princess Zelda go beneath Hyrule Castle, you discover a mysterious mummy
Hello, baby.
which suddenly reanimates.
Hello.
Then Zelda falls into a fissure and vanishes. That must have been when the castle rose and the ruins fell. Then, later, you wake up on a sky island, saved by the arm that was stuck to the mummy. You get the Pura pad from an unusual creature, and learn that your new arm belonged to someone named Rauru. The Master Sword disappears.
Yeah.
You hear the princess's voice, and find your way here. Huh?
Then,
What?
are you saying you came from up there? This Rauru you met, I think that's what the first king of Hyrule was named. Are they one and the same? So much of this doesn't make sense yet, but I'm certain that the mummy you found under the castle must have been related to the upheaval. Castle rising up, the ruins falling down from the sky. The mummy must be connected to it somehow.
Ah.
And then there's the most important detail of all. You're sure that you heard the princess speak to you. And she gave you a clear message to find her. If that's truly the princess, then that means she's alive. Maybe she's trapped beneath the castle and needs help. That settles it. I know you only just returned, Link, but I need you to meet the search party up by Hyrule Castle. They've been searching tirelessly for you two. The captain in charge of the search is named Hawes. Work with him to find the princess as quickly as you can. I know that the mummy may still be lurking somewhere around there, which is concerning to say the least, but we have more immediate problems to deal with right now. I'm counting on you, Link. Alright, that's gonna do it for me, guys. I will probably be streaming this after I get off work tomorrow. I know it's not usually my usual time of streaming, but I kind of want to see where it goes. Most people have already beat this game 3 times over by now, and I am a little late to the party, but it was a on the fence decision. Okay? Like, I wasn't sure if I wanted to get it, and I kept watching people who played it until I got an idea of whether or not I wanted to buy it. You know, it's a try before you buy sort of thing. But instead of that, I was actually watching a playthrough. So, a little bit got spoiled for me, but that's okay. I can still enjoy the game. People can still watch me flail around like a chicken with my head cut off, figuring out how to play a game I've never really played. And that's really the fun in it, like, figuring out how to get through this. Like, I've died in the weirdest ways so far, like, you know, dying to water. And so I'm looking forward to playing through this. I don't know how far, but definitely going to mess around with it some more. And if I do anything offline, it's going to be really just me tinkering around with, like, getting materials and stuff. And, or just farming, because that's what I've heard from this game as well. There's a lot of farming to do. Things like materials and Zonai devices and such like that. But anyway, if I do anything, it's just going to be that. It's not going to be story related at all. So until next time, guys, I will see you guys Wednesday, where I'll probably be playing this again. Well, I don't know. We'll see. Keep an eye out on the Twitter. Just to do that. Keep an eye on the Twitter for updates and stuff. So catch you later. Have a good evening.